What's up YouTube, it's GhostRider15 here, back at it again with another GOAT format video. And today's video is going to be a deck profile of my most recent second place finish at the Patreon tournament that just happened. I played my usual Chaos Turbo deck, but with a couple of spicy techs. So without further ado, let's just go into the deck profile. So this is the list that I decided to play. You know, your standard BLS Chaos Sorcerers, Thunder Dragons, Staples, 2 Moths. I was debating on playing 3, but I decided to play only 2 because originally I had MST in the main deck, uh, and that would have bumped up the spell count. But I decided that I just wanted to keep MST in the side, so I only played 2 Moths. 2 Decos. This is another card that I was going to play at 3 as well, but I decided to play the copy of Mask of Darkness instead. I'll explain that in a bit. 3 Spies. This is another card that I was debating on cutting down to 2, but Spy is just too good. You need Spy against the aggro decks. It's the best defense you have in terms of monsters. 2 Night Assailant. Night Assailant's just broken. So the 1 Mask of Darkness. So yeah, like I said earlier, this was supposed to be the 3rd copy of the Koichi, but I just decided that I wanted something that can get back my traps. As you can see, I only have 7 like real quote unquote traps that like get rid of monsters. Not too many, so I wanted a monster that actually gets back my traps in the graveyard, and Mask of Darkness does that. Also, Mask of Darkness is really nice in the burn matchup because you can get back Regeki Breaks, you can get back Ring to destroy Ojama Trio tokens. It's really nice, and there's times when Mask of Darkness can get back a Ring of Destruction, and it just steals games because your opponent's really low on life. You just need that extra damage, and you just get back the Ring, you kill them that way. They don't expect the second Ring ever, so it came in clutch a couple of times this tournament. 1 Sangan, 1 Sinister, 1 Breaker, 1 Tribe, all staples. You gotta play these cards. And then the 1 Tsukiyomi, I was debating on not playing it, but it's just too good against warriors. It's one of the best monsters you can have against a Blade Knight. And Blade Knight is really annoying to deal with, so I kept Tsukiyomi in the main. It was nice, no regrets. Onto the spells, 2 Upstarts, 2 Nox, Trinity, Heavy, Snatch Steal. There's not much to say about these cards. You gotta play them no matter what. Onto the traps, 3 Jar Greeds. Not many players play 3, but I'm a big fan. I just like seeing all my power cards early. So this one's a little different. 3 Regeki Breaks. The standard is usually 2 only, but I figured that I'd rather have the 3rd break over the 3rd shoot in a diverse meta. Like, sure, the shoot is better against Turbo, but you're not always going to play against Turbo, so I just really like the 3rd Regeki Break instead. That way, if I end up drawing the Regeki Break late game, it's not a dead card, I can still use it. And yeah, there's times when you don't have the best discard outlets for it, but if you think about it, in the Warrior matchup, you're going to be drawing cards like Dust Shoots and Nox, and the best use of those cards is usually going to be discarding them for like Tribe, Graceful, or Regeki Break, so it's not that bad. Two Dust Shoots, only 2, because like I said, I didn't want to brick on the 3rd one in a lot of matchups. And Ring, Mirror, those are just staples that you have to play. So for the side deck, just 2 Mind Controls. I really wanted to play the 3rd copy, but there's just not enough space, and I think 2 is fine as well. So I just played 2. One Typhoon because if you don't side Typhoon, or if you don't main Typhoon, you gotta side it. It's just really good against Burn, against Royal Decree decks. It's also pretty decent against Reasoning Gate because you can hit their end phase scapegoats, you can hit Premature, you can hit their Decree. Three Zambiras because Zambira is probably the best monster against Warriors. It's a 21 beater, so it runs over everything. It's a dark monster that's good for BLS and Chaos Sorcerer. And you can reset its stats with Tsukiyomi, so just a really solid card overall. Even when it's not able to attack, it's fine because the way I see it, it's an offensive spy. So you're still like stalling out and your opponent's not killing you, so that's fine. Next up is 3 Solemn Judgment, a card that I used to play a lot in the main, but I think I like it better in the side. It's just really good against combo decks like Reasoning Gate, Stein Gate, against Empty Jar, Library of TK, all those really annoying decks. The only annoying deck that it doesn't stop is Burn, but it's fine. Still a really strong card. Next up is 3 Sakuretsu Armors against Warrior because they're really aggressive. Also really good against Earth aggro. And another spicy tech that I decided to play for this tournament is 2 Bottomless. In testing, it was pretty good. It was able to like banish Breakers, banish Kaikus, banish Blade Knights. But in this tournament, it wasn't that good because a lot of times my opponent would go Donzalug or they would go Mystic Swordsman. So I would probably not play this again. And the last card in the side is Torrential Tribute. For obvious reasons, if you don't main it, you have to side it. I think it's still a very good card, but there are going to be times when you go first, you set a flip, and setting Torrential is not good. So that's why I decided to put it in the side deck instead. But you still need it for certain matchups like Warriors. It's good against Burn to get rid of all the tokens, against Earth aggro. So I still think it's a really solid card. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the deck list that I used to get second place at the most recent Patreon tournament. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. This is Ghost Rider 15 signing out.